One of the things you can do with a list is to send a mass email. Let's take a look at the example of sending an email to people who have been invited to Bible studies but have not yet attended. So one thing we can do here is do this query. We select Bible studies and then subtract those who are actually involved, those who actually attended. And the resulting 91 records are people who've been invited but never attended. And then we press the email button, and we're working on multiple monitors here, so allow me to drag the resulting window here. And we can create and compose an email. For example, I could say hello, and this drop-down box allows you to drop down any data point for any record. So you can say hello, first name. Well, what we can do also is put various HTML elements in there. You can bold it, and italic, underline. You can have unordered and ordered lists, and so on. You can have a link, insert a picture, and so on. So let's look at an email that actually was done that way. We can open up and be able to find emails that were done, pre-done. And this one is called Attenders Without Bible Studies but with Classes. Okay, so this email here is an email that was composed for people for a church called Solid Ground, inviting them to their services and to also to their Bible studies. And we can then take that email, and you can see it already has the first name of the person there. And what we can do is we can preview that. Let's bring that preview window in there. Now, the nice thing about a preview is that it gives you a much better idea of what the email will look like when it is sent out. And you can see there's a black background. It looks like it's on a page. And then we have Powered by Vitermus here and an unsubscribe link. All emails that are sent out in this bulk email fashion must have an unsubscribe link. But you can change the look, the general look of how emails are done for your church, and that is one service that we do provide. We can construct the emails how you like and be able to give you a general look for your emails. Then we can send the email. We could give a subject line of Bible studies. And then who are we sending to? How do we determine that? Well, the first thing in this drop-down is my own addresses. I can put and type in my own email addresses and separate that with a semicolon. This does not do a mail merge with the data. It doesn't do anything with that list, but it will send the individual emails to the email address you provide. And then you can do an actual merge. And what you would do is you would select the data point that has your email. In this case, it would be email. And then you would press OK. And now we get this message. This is a tutorial database. You cannot send emails from a tutorial database. So now we have this particular issue here. And that is that there are a certain problems that come up with emails. When you send out an email, it must go to a valid address, and there's a reason for that. We're trying to maintain a good server reputation. And when you have a bad server reputation, the emails do not arrive at their destination. So when the emails go out, they go out through our central server, and we want to maintain that server reputation as a good server. So when you have emails that bounce back, then those are bad email addresses, and they must be taken care of. In this case, the tutorial database, all the email addresses are fake, so we do not allow emails to be sent out from a tutorial database. So how do we deal with bad emails? Well, what we can do is we can figure out what to do with emails that are bounced back. So we select all here and we create a group. And we're going to call this group bad email addresses. And what we can do then is any record that has a bad email address, then we put it into this group. How would you find that? Well, you get a bounce back email, and you might need to do a search for the email. One way you can do that is through a filter. You can go email equals and then put in the email address to find the record. And then you drag that record into bad email addresses. And this is how it would work. So we do the query the same way, Bible studies, and then we would subtract all involved in Bible studies. So that's the same one, the same kind of query we'd have, and then we'd subtract bad email addresses. And what that will do is it will subtract and remove from your list any records that have bad email addresses, so that when you send them, you won't be sending bad emails out to bad addresses that aren't really receiving emails anymore. Bad email addresses happen sometimes because of a typo, sometimes because an account was closed, various reasons. Anyway, we try to minimize the number of bad email addresses that there are.